Thank you for coming back. Why don't you tell us about the dirty old man?
Hello. Ah, you mean Jack. Right. How much do you know about Jack? What do you want to be told? Snippets of his life, or the entire story while he lived in the village?
Why don't you just give us the juicy details?
There was an old Scottish gentleman who lived here, who looked benign, but he was stroppy, but he looked like a stick insect. Well, I always wondered why he would stand outside his home and stare at all the cars waiting for everybody to go to work. Me being a freelance fine artist, my hours are not set. I can come and go as I like. So he would stand and wait for me to go to work, which I found very suspicious, that he was watching everybody in the village. Well, it came out about a year later that this man had been sleeping with and paying all the maids. Once everybody was at work, he would go into their homes and use their beds and sleep with the maid. The maid, who wasn't being paid enough, obviously, because she blurted all the information, then fessed up to the woman who was employing her as to why there was always a wet patch on the floor where she did the ironing. This elderly gentleman would put on a show for her and then calmly erupt on the floor. He then tried to do whatever with this woman who was doing the ironing, and she tried to get away from him, and her uniform ripped and tore. That is why the woman who employed her asked why she had a torn uniform and why the floor was wet. That is when everything came to the light. It was also then discovered he would go down and frequent the local bus stop, where in the bushes he would sleep with all the maids who were on their way home. So he was a very, very busy man.